before we start, we have to lay some groundwork, so pay attention. In this digital age, there are pros and cons, good and bad, light and dark, everywhere for those with keen eyes, okay? The light being a content creator and or influencer that you enjoy watching on a day-to-day basis, or a new recipe you found on TikTok that you want to make with you and your friends, or, you know, a new fragrance you want to go try out because it's trending on TikTok, etc., etc., etc. But around the corner is malice, unfettered hatred waiting to strike, always. And said hatred comes in many forms, which we'll discuss today. The first half of this video is going to be discussing said hatred coming in many forms, but specifically speaking for this endeavor, it's gonna be, we're gonna get to it around, you know, and the latter half of the video is gonna discuss more so of the love, light, positives that come with existing in the digital age. You know, that was one, this is two. So previously in the last episode of the Franklin Report, we sort of discussed something along the lines of the director of communications coming in and sort of doing their own thing. Maybe we can play that clip. While we transition over to Tinkerbell, the director of communications at Franklin HQ has to do their job. Precisely. And the director of communications is, right here. Don't do that. I know you're thinking, well, now we're just straight up waiting in lunacy. Not quite. Genuinely, so I'm gonna break this down for you, and you really do have to pay attention because this is very important. I would say I'm somebody with complex emotions. And when I see a project that I want to tackle, I use these complex emotions and put them to good use. To the average eye, it's me. No, that's where you're wrong. You see, this is literally me. If you've ever seen me in real life, the club, strutting down the street, this is, again, me. Now, what you see online are calcified versions of my emotions, essentially. Here is a culmination of whatever emotions I had to conjure to lower my voice and talk about the imaginary bad bitches I was constantly fucking so the brothers wouldn't beat me. The lead of my last project, a culmination of stoicism, warmth, eccentricity, directness, just straight up camp, and an affinity for Mew Mew Couture. Super chic, woodcock, and or Barry Lyndon-esque fantasy. Now, most importantly, the director of communications, the lead of this video. The fertile disposition, the femme, WeHo-esque top, and the subtle lip shimmer just really bring it all together. And the feminine attributes are so important, as he's going to need them today to tackle in today's project. But now that you understand that none of this is real, even though it is real, but it's also fake at the same time, we can continue on with the video, and Tinkerbell is gonna do a great job. I will be back. I'm gonna hop in every now and then to sort of iron a few things out. Yes. But because the director of communications is femme, we have to enter through the fembot corner to experience this video. Let's just do it. I don't know. Let's go.
Feel like a woman. Feel like a woman. Yes, mama. Femme, rock, yeah, girl. You better step your up. Step.
Pump the beat.
Pump the beat, 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 pump the beat. Electro and fall. Boombox, Omega, scene. Only one beat, two styles. It's the war, baby. Pick your side.
We need to take a few beats to address a couple things. You're thinking to yourself, why is this called the fembot corner? I mean, it's a story you're gonna tell for generations, trust. I would never claim the word femme as something to describe myself. You know, maybe when I was a young doe-eyed entity that first hit the internet,
I'm a woman.
my younger self really reveled in the whole experience of the whole feminine thing. Gaggy and cunt, as the kids would say, you know, things of that nature. I just feel like femme really resides with like the Alex Kanzanis and the Honey Balenciagas of the world. And I mean, fabulous. I mean, I'm floored. Every time. So Honey Balenciaga at the Cowboy Carter tour, I mean, I was gagging, you know. I want to be femme gaggy, but I just don't think I'm that kind of gaggy. I don't even think the word gaggy would apply to me personally, but I just really love it for them. This is called the fembot corner because there was a time when me and this entity that I really hold close to my heart, I mean, really, we went out to go get a couple of drinks. You know, a mint mojito here and a Negroni Spaghetti there. It was really a fantasy that I think, once again, you're going to tell your children for generations to come. Picture me, like, across from me, I'm talking to this really, I mean, chic entity, you know, bust out. All due respect, of course, but when I say bust, I sort of talk about, it's like a mentality. You know when I say like a fertile Italian girl, I'm not actually fertile. It's a mentality, but, and I feel like those who are in Franklin HQ understand that, but you know, corporate giants machines don't really grasp that. It's really unfortunate, really. But anyway, so I'm talking to this entity with like, I mean, fem. So she's over there, I'm over here, you know, we're having, you know, and then the waiter comes up. Really, I mean, pseudo trade, you know, and I can't even call him fucking trade because motherfucker had, I'm gonna say, patchwork tattoos, painted nails. You would think quasi-bisexual self-adjusting warrior, but you know, he was. I'm talking. Pseudo trade comes up and he's like, "Can I get you ladies anything?" Oh my goodness. Of course, naturally, when I turned around like I did just now, I mean, he probably jump scared of his fucking life, mustache and all. He said, "Holy shit!" But you know, if he did do that in his head, even that's, you know, you're gonna get canceled because I can't have a mustache and have long, beautiful, luscious hair. Okay. I'm clinging to that. I really have to take what I can get, you know. So we'll put femme, and then the bot comes in with like the enigmatic of it all. So immediately, let's get to work. So a couple of cease and desists have been thrown at us. This is nothing new. So the first cease and desist we're getting here is from Beyonce. In previous years, I will admit to this, we have taken from her brand, I mean, full-on copycat. Of course, Beyonce's very known for being very meticulous about the things she creates.
Leave my jacket on time. I'm constantly repeating myself on the same thing. How do we fix this? Because this is a very big problem.
So if she sees this sort of fembot creature like ourselves here at Franklin HQ use her work, she's not gonna like that. So we had to come up with something different, hence the whole fembot thing too. And she sent this to me personally. Now you're saying like she doesn't know who I am. She most definitely does know who I am. So back in 2020, Halle Bailey gave me the brilliant honor of following me back on TikTok. We were mutuals, okay? It was glorious. I mean, I just know in my heart that when she was with her associates, and one of those associates being, you know, she was like, B, look at this. And whether if it was derogatory or not, Beyonce is aware of my presence. And yep, we can't use cookie news anymore, so this is Fembot Corner. The next cease and desist we have here, I think, is from Ariana Grande. Me and Ariana Grande go way back. Over, I want to say the last half decade or so, her allegiance towards Franklin HQ has slipped a little bit. She seen the videos. I know she has. She's seen the videos of me running around with a dry, brittle ponytail attached to the back of my skull, just looking a fool. And I know she wasn't happy with me. She really wasn't. She really took offense to that. And I just want her to know that my allegiance to her, though her allegiance to me has slipped through my poor little stubby little fingers. Mine just stands stoic, regardless of anything. Due to our allegiance to Grande, I think that it is only right to sort of previous allegiance, by the way, because it was tarnished, as you just heard, but now I think it's only right to sort of redeem ourselves and give back so we can be in her good graces once more. And I think the entity that was just on your screen has a few words to say that will go along with what I just said. Yes. One, you can't turn around and say, we miss the old Ariana Grande because you don't want Glinda. You didn't appreciate the old Ariana Grande, even though she's still the same person. See, damage control Ariana Grande. You don't get to say that because if I look at the streams, maybe we can put in a screenshot of the positions, stream tracks, things on Spotify. Let's take a gander here. Position, classic, we get it. You know, but then if we zoom in real quick, we can see that this song, what's going on there? Oh, right. Have you heard this song? How dare you? You didn't press play on Blaze. You didn't press play on Makeup Live from the Sweeter World Tour. Okay, bye for now. You didn't even stream that. Did you have post notifications on for Moonlight Bay? Not quit! Do you even know who Moonlight Bay is? Like, you don't have the grit, the vernacular to even have this conversation with me. If you won't even call it a conversation. We really value the allegiance of many souls across the world. We really value the allegiance a plethora of souls around the world have pledged to us in stark moments and in prideful moments, dark and light, you know, good and bad, highs and lows. They've stuck with us because we are famously known for all the accolades that we have collected over the years.
Just a reminder.
Our customers are loyal to us and we really admire that. So we like to take time to ask questions take questions from young youth around the world and really give advice and help people. Oh my God. Seeing the honey blonde cowboy riding visual with holding lady live tomorrow. Well, when you see her tomorrow, you tell her that Halle Bailey unfollowed me and I want to know why. Your videos brought me so much joy when I was younger. You got me into Conan Gray. Who needs to send me a check is Conan Gray. You know how many times I get this? Oh my goodness. Those lookalike needle drops I used to put in my old videos. You need to give me money. Right now. I've done so much networking and marketing for you and your brand in the early stages of your career, and you take it for granted. You went Hollywood, you know, you got the Taylor Swift stamp of approval, started like 2021, and then you started hanging with Olivia Rodrigo and selling out like the Kia Forum. You think you're better than me. No. Remember where you came from. That little town in Texas, I got you out of there because I was on your campaign making you money. Oh, this is real special. This person's from the UK asking what's my favorite album right now. I can give you more. I'm loving the new Lorde record. Favorite track is Broken Glass and David. I mean, when I heard Broken Glass for the first time, oh my goodness. No, fuck Lorde, because how are you not, like, it's my issue I have with Olivia Rodrigo. I've given you so much and you don't let me get tickets to your tour. You hate black people. No, I don't care if you're running around New York City with blood orange. I don't give a fuck. Why do I not have a ticket to your tour? The new Alex G, oh my goodness. I don't know why people are like not liking it. It's June Guitar. There's this record from 1996 called Viva la Woman. It's like this trip hop avant-garde odyssey that I think everyone should embark on at least just once. Even if you hate it, just like try it out. The song White Pepper Ice Cream is like I'm in a trance. Like that feeling that listening to Revolver for the first time gave me. This gave me. Comparing Revolver to this is not, I'm not saying that this is a bad record, but like Revolver is like Revolver, you know what I'm doing? But like that, the last track on Revolver was Tomorrow Never Knows, I believe. That trans like feeling that it put me in, like this is like kind of what I'm talking, like it just, I was like, what is this? It's, I don't know, it's fabulous, I love it. Addison Rae's great. Caroline 2, oh my, the track Two Riders Down, I was at this establishment where you move your body. And I was listening to this on a machine in an establishment where you move your body. And I was genuinely like, I feel like the people around me at this establishment where you move your body were like, oh my God, what's wrong with him? Because I was like, it's so good. And the last record I'm gonna mention is this record by Kyle Dion. This record, I found it because at my local Dutch Bros, sometimes I'll go over there and get like a sugar-free Rebel. And this guy knows me because I go so often sometimes, you know, typical hi, whatever. But this time he was like, you know what, who you look like? And I said, oh my gosh, I'm ready to hear the most crazy thing I'm gonna hear in my entire life. He was like, you look like Kyle Dion. And I was like, who's Kyle Dion? And he was like, this like R&B singer from like Los Angeles. You look just like him. Every time he'd like run here, I'm like, oh my God, that's Kyle Dion. And I was like, thank you. I got my drink. I drove to the parking lot. And I said, so let me look up who Kyle Dion is. Because like, what if he's like, not that he hoping he was like ugly, but like, what if he was just like, it's a sneak diss? Because like, what? Who's Kyle Dion? I looked him up. Super fabulous. Like chocolate skin R&B singer. I think he's a little femme. And then when I say feminine, you know, he's like, he resides in those queen like waters. I mean, I don't know. But it's not a bad thing. Not derogatory at all. If he's not. Also, I filmed this like 4 months ago. So hold on. Man's Best Friend by Sabrina Carpenter. There will be, what's the word I want to use here? Like an old English word for like a book. Like parable. Let's look it up. Yes. Are the actual stories though? Let's go with parable. There will be parables written about summer 2025 from Maliik-Franklin. When I tell you this record genuinely is the soundtrack of my summer from, I want to say May 2025 to September 2025. Big Brina. Yeah. Heavy on it. Yeah. Oh. She did her biggest writing this. The parables that will come out in years to come. Now we're getting to the real nitty-gritty of it all. This person says, how do you feel about people with no media literacy? So here's the thing. You know the deal. He can't do it, so I'm gonna do it. So kind of been wanting to talk about this for a long time. There was a tweet I saw talking about how Texas Chainsaw Massacre is sort of a commentary on the Vietnam War. When I tell you, like, after doing like a bunch of research and watching analysis videos and video essays, etc., I rewatched it with a new lens, and I genuinely was like, this is one of the best movies of all time. Obviously understood like the commentary on like meat consumption, you know, vegan propaganda through and through. So there's this meal I used to eat for an entire year straight. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna get tofu, you're gonna press that for about 12 to 24 hours, okay? Freeze it if you have time and you want like a super crispy tofu. What you're gonna do after you press it and or thaw it out, you're gonna nutritional yeast, pepper, salt, onion powder, garlic powder, amino acids, not soy sauce, because that's crazy. You're gonna rub that together and throw it in the air fryer. Same thing with the chickpeas, but bake those instead. And then you're gonna get kale. A lot of entities don't know how to make kale. Let me show you how to do it right now. If you're normal and you have a normal functioning brain like myself, you're gonna take the leaves off the stem. If you don't, you'll leave the stems on, and then you're gonna, so you have to massage the kale. I'll say it one more time, you have to massage the kale. So you're gonna take the kale, put a little bit of olive oil on it, put a little bit of salt on it, and a little bit of lemon juice on it. From a lemon, don't buy a store-bought lemon juice. And you're gonna massage it, okay? And then you're gonna plate all of that once it's all ready, and then you're gonna pour a little tzatziki sauce on it, and you're gonna eat that. Ate that for a whole year straight. Vegan propaganda, shout out TCM. But it reminded me of David Lynch's Blue Velvet, sort of like the picturesque scene of like Americana. Then like right underneath the surface is like this like unfettered horror. I know, corny, you know, I just feel like I can feel it. I get it. Real messages are always corny, so whatever. Media literacy. If you don't have it, take time to educate yourself like I once did. And if you do have it, continue doing your good work. So there's your answer. One last thing before I go. Hollywood, you need to start hiring losers. Freaks, virgin nerds, had their face rubbed in a dirty spot on the carpet. That's who you need to start hiring to write your movies. It's Heretic. Who watched Heretic last year? Topher Grace soars. Oh my gosh. I mean, he takes flight. It was kind of like Jonathan Bailey in the new Jurassic Park film. Soars. Oh my goodness. So amazing. He was like, what did he do? The movie, I think, had two bad heifers. Oh, and they were like super feeble, super small, super shy, and like they got bullied. That was like their lore. And I was like, you don't hire Sophie Thatcher. Don't hire Sophie Thatcher and tell me that she gets bullied. No. It's like hiring Mikey Madison to be like someone who gets bullied. No. That's not how it works. If you're gonna write a movie about dynamics and hierarchies and fucking social, you're gonna hire someone who looks like Regina George to play Regina George, because that's you're being woke, Hollywood. If you're gonna write a movie, write it right. I don't want to walk into a movie and see a bad bitch getting bullied. That's not how it works. No.